welcome to Quickie with Miss B.
It's a messed up week.
It is. Don't do it alone. Bring lots of friends to share this with.
Or at least to carry your I don't know, your walker or whatever it is that you're going to need to get through this series of shows. Your oxygen tank, whatever, Your Doan's pills. Geritol. Not sponsored.
Your Ben Gay, not sponsored.
Take your Geritol, rub on some Bengay, fire up your oxygen thing, and see if you can roll out of bed and you can listen to the shows this week.
Don't take a nap. This is only about 15, 20 minutes
Yeah,
long.
although you can record yourself. You can reward yourself in between episodes with a short nap.
Oh my gosh. Last week we're talking about the funny things about getting older. So here, I got to ask you this.
Uh-oh.
On Wednesday. Because that's the day.
Hump day.
Did you ever notice, like, when you're filling out something online and they're asking for your birth date and you click on the ellipsis and you have to keep scrolling down?
Yes, I love that. I finally reached the bottom of everything when they go, would you consider yourself in between the ages of 10 and 20, 20 and 31? And you're like going, I should be next. They're like 32 to 41. You're like, okay, 41 to 51. And then there's like the bottom ones, the last two.
Yeah.
About to die, and then they name your age. And you're like, what's up with that? I'm now the very, very bottom of the list. And it's like always a cruel joke. It always happens at a doctor's office. As you just got done riding the elevator, listen to, all right, now we're going to Golden Oldies. Here's Aerosmith from way, way, way back last century. And you're like, whoa, hey, who said that? I want to know who said that. I want to punch him in the face. That is not class. All right, well, listen to the great classics. Here's Led Zeppelin. And the kids are like, who's Led Zeppelin? You're like, where's your mother? I want to slap her. Who's Led Zeppelin? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
And we are elevator music.
Yes. You know what? I noticed that yesterday. I'm walking through the skywalk to go to my office. And they got the music playing.
Yeah.
Which, it's like, okay. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I'm listening. And I'm like, huh. I'm listening some more. No, that can't be. Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I mean, and you're on the elevator and they're like, we're going to take it way back to last century. We're going to go back to a band probably most of you ever heard of. But it was a popular thing for my grandparents. Here's the Black Crowes. And she tucks. And you're like, well, shut up. I'm going to punch that guy right in the face. Golden Oldies. Aerosmith is a golden old. Then you go, well, that was the middle of last century.
So, yeah. There's
and then when you were a kid, you were listening to the golden oldies with your parents. It was 1920. And you're like, if I was born in 60 and 60 minus 20 would have been 40. So it was golden oldies when their music was 40 years old, and 2000 would have been when my music was 40 years old. And now 2021, so I'm 20 years into being the gold. Oh no, that can't be right. You're like,
you start doing the math in your head.
Yeah, and you're going, are you kidding me? Really? Seriously? They're like, well, here's a band. Here's a band a lot of you never heard called the Sex Pistols on your Golden Oldies station. You're like, the Sex Pistols? Are you kidding me? They're elevator music now. Really?
I know. I think that's worse though when they take your music and they turn it into elevator music that you find, and listening in the elevator at the grocery store. And it's like, are you kidding me? And you know what's really bad is that you start humming it or singing it.
I know. And guess what? Guess what? That's the cruel joke, because your mother was always going, da, 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 da. Yeah, we're gonna twin. Yeah. You're like, Mom, stop it. What? You're embarrassing me. What? I like this song. Well, yeah, it's a stupid song, Mom. Well, it was popular when I was a kid. Yeah, great, Mom. And now you're standing in the grocery store and, you know, your young mechanical miss is going, stop it. What, you're embarrassing me. You're going, dude, look like a lady. Dude. Shut up, Christine, shut up. I'm leaving. I'm going to sit in the car. And you're like, what is wrong with you? That's a popular. Yeah, it was popular. What, 1960? Yeah, sure. You're like, what was that? Like, I don't know, 60 years ago? Aren't you special? You're like, that's when it just hits you. You go, oh my God, the joke came through. My father, oh no. You wait, one day it's going to happen. Okay, fine, whatever, it happened.
Yep, today was that day.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was in the grocery store and I'm doing my shopping and something, I don't remember what song came on, but I just started like, oh yeah, humming to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just turned into my mother.
That's right. Stop it, Christine. You're embarrassing me. My friends are, yeah, okay, all right.
My friends are looking.
Well, I'm sure your friends have heard of this song. No, they haven't. And you're like, well, who are you listening to? Coolio Booger Picker. And you're like, what kind of a name is that? And that's when you also hear the next thing. When you start going, that's stupid. I've never heard of such a stupid thing in my life. Who would name a band that? I wouldn't even listen to something like that. And there's your mother.
Yep.
Balloons made of lead don't float, Christine. That's an idiot statement. Who would say my balloon is made of lead? Can a balloon be a balloon if it's made of lead, Christine? I don't think so. So Led Zeppelin is stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Zeppelins are balloon flying ships. If it's made of lead, Christine, it won't fly. So take your stupid band and turn it off. I don't want to hear it anymore. And that's you now.
Yep.
Raw Plantain Booger Picker. How's that a band? What? And they're literally that stupid to me now.
Mm-hmm.
They literally are that stupid to me.
Exactly. You know, you're getting old.
I mean, and your husband likes one of them, and I think it has a stupid name. I'm like, if you hit somebody with your hand, how many fingers do you think were there?
5-fingered.
Okay. Well, do you really think you need to remind me that there's 5 fingers on a hand? Huh? It's like, oh, what band are you used to? 5-Finger Death Punch. You're like, did you need to count? When you were born, were there more than 5 fingers or less? If there were less, then that's how many's on your hand. If they're 5 and you don't lose any, there's still 5. You don't need to remind me.
Yep.
I mean, I can understand the band Death Punch, but no, this is a 5-finger Death Punch. Well, is there more? Is there an 8-finger Death Punch?
And on that note, we have to take a break. Go ponder that for a moment.
Don't say anything. Just stand there and it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Quickie with Miss B, and you don't go 1, 2, 3. It's usually 3, 2, 1.
I threw a twist. I went 1, 2. I threw a twist instead of 3, 2.
The only twist should be in a martini. Anyways.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there you go.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're listening to Quickie with Miss B. All this week, we are talking about funny things about getting old.
One thing that's interesting for me is the older you got, the easier it was for you to say that. Because the younger you were, the less ability you had to say, welcome back, and thanks for listening to a Quickie with Miss B. It was always, welcome back, everybody, for a Quickie with Miss B. I don't know how many times I had to yell at you going, it's not a porno. I didn't say, okay, it's goat time. Did I say that? Yes, you said that. Thanks for joining me with the Quickie. No. They didn't join you for a Quickie. But you got better the older you got.
Well, there is that. So, I have to ask this question. Are you old enough now where you start getting all kinds of things in the mail and emails and whatnot saying, congratulations, you're eligible for senior citizen discount?
That is such a pain. I've also learned, I got one right before the place closed. All right, the pandemic wiped out our Ponderosa, wiped it out.
Mm-hmm.
But before the Ponderosa was wiped out, I had gotten a letter in the mail. And I called and I went, quick question for you. He goes, what do you mean? 21 years ago, I arrived in this town. And I was like, hey, look, they got a Ponderosa. I haven't seen one of those in forever. Wow, in our little town. And the Ponderosa never was anything amazing, all right?
Yeah.
But it had a little salad bar and a little munchie bar. And as long as you were first, nobody else had it. You know, the salad bar and the munchie bar is desecrated by idiots in like 13 seconds. So I like to go through first. Mm-hmm. And I would have her stand by me because I have to get all of my stuff in one shot. Because if I go to come back, it'll be desecrated. There'll be beans and the ranch dip, and you're like, that's it, I'm done. Everything's touching. No. But if I'm there first and the girl's wiping it off and smiling, going, hi, welcome to Ponderosa. You just finished, huh? Yeah. Out of the way, sweetheart. Don't bother. Get away from me. Don't come near it again. Where you at? Come over here. Get another plate. I want 2 plates. And I'm like a surgeon. Don't know. I'll stop people from getting in the salad bar. I'm going through one time. I get my chicken stuff, get this, get my salad, get my fruit stuff, get my little there. I've got my stuff. I won't be back. It's all yours. Go ahead. Start ripping. You know, they like go, ooh, look. Oh, look. They have ranch dressing. They reach across their husband, 5 pots over, pull it up, and as they lift up, the ladle's dripping all the way across. It's in the tuna salad. It's on the Jell-O. How do you like that? Oh, it's in the whipped cream now. There you go. Pour it on your thing, sister. Not a problem, because you're amazing. I love you, honey. That's why I can't go more than once, because I have issues. So when we were there, she's like, you get to have this on your birthday for free. I'm like, really? Yeah. So if you want to just fill out the card and give us your birthday, I say, no, we're not going to send you anything. No, we just notify you on your birthday. I went, oh, that's cool. All right. So they would notify you on your birthday. And then a few years back, they said, hey, you qualify. Oh, no, I qualify at Bonanza for the senior citizens discount. If I want to come in at 4 o'clock, I can get the early bird special. And you're like, oh my God. And I remember her going, you're going to do it, aren't you? I'm not going to do it. Yes, you are. I said, I'm not doing it. You are too. You're a cheap bastard. You're going to do it, aren't you? Well, Christine.
You did it, didn't you?
I did it. It's the same salad bar for $5. And I get to be first. It's not $12. And I'm like, so what is this magic? So I can still get my 3 plates, block everybody off so they can't get in. All right. Carry it all the way in that one shot. And it's really, and I love tipping there too, because no one waits on you, right? So you only got to leave $1. You tip the busboy. You're like, here's $1. Have a nice day. It's like, so it cost me $6. I'm like, this is a miracle. But of course, now it's closed, so I can't go anymore. Which, once again, that's for people, by the way, who are older. The disappointment that happens when you have to go back to paying full price.
Well, I was all excited because once I turned a certain age, I qualified, for a discount on my cell phone.
And you're like, how much?
Now you're getting older and you're like, it's a discount on my cell phone. Woo!
Well, and that one, and I know the one guy, I know someone who worked at Verizon in one of their satellite things, and he's like, what makes me laugh is when people ask you, what are those? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, you're not going to have nearly the data if you want to take advantage of the senior plan. And people go, data? Yeah, what are those? And they go, oh, never mind, you don't need them. He goes, and that's when you know they think text messaging and calling is it. That's it.
Yep.
That's all. They like, what do you mean you can go Like the computer? Online like the computer? Yeah. No, you cannot. How am I going to see it? I'm not going to be able to see that. How are you going to see that? You can. You just do. No. You can't do that. And they go, oh my God, I'm online. You think of that. And you're like, you don't have to talk louder. Oh, can you can, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Oh. Hey, I'm online. You're like, I said you don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Wow, I'm online. You're like, you've been online before, but on my phone. You're like, yeah, I know. So this is like, I said, well, if you push the camera button, you'll actually see the reason I wanted you to do this. What do you mean? What's the camera button do? It's the camera activation button. It's got an X on it. You got to press that. And as soon as, oh, Christine, oh my God, it's like the Jetsons. Yeah. Oh, this had to cost a lot of money. The kids got me a Jetson phone. Oh my God. It's like, oh, come here. What? No, Margie. What are you doing? I'm yelling at my. Don't yell across the lawn. Margie, the kids got me a Jetson phone. Come here.
Come here. Look at this.
Come here. Wait, no, I'm talking to it. Look. Say hi to Margie. I don't want to say hi to Margie right now. Hi, Margie. Who's that? It's John. Say it louder. Hi, Margie. She can't hear you. Jeez, take the phone to Margie. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. Margie, I can bring it right to you. See, look. Say hi to John. Hi. Say, they got me a Jetson phone, Margie. It had to cost an awful lot of money. You don't want to go, it was free. What do you mean? Because it's such a stupid phone, they give it away. Everybody else's does more, but I figured you'd really like this one. If I would have had to pay for it, it'd been $19.
And on that note, we need to go get our senior citizens discount.